Nothing.
And we are live. What's good, people? It's your man DL Saint. And y'all be jumping on here when I jump on here. And what's happening? What's good? I hope y'all having a pretty good Wednesday. I know mine is going pretty good. Things are shaping up the way it should. Um, Sitting around here just doing some things. And my buddy JSwans was out in Vegas. He just got back. Family man, airborne ranger, uh, retired like me, but he still works harder than me because he continues to work, whereas I do this. And he has some experiences out in Vegas. We were talking. He's been listening to the pod, to the pod out there, and his friends and everything here. So he has some stuff, man. So I was like, you know what, you back, man? Why don't you jump on in here? You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, y'all, Jay Swans, what's good, brother?
Yo, what you got on my 40?
Same thing I had on the last photo, cuz. What you talking about, bruh? You know what I mean? You acting like we just now starting this, man. This journey began in 1991.
Yo, what you got? I try to debo you and shit.
Yeah, you can't debo me, man. Come on now. You see that flag behind me? I gotta represent.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing against Chris, but I ain't taking the high road, cuz.
Yo, no doubt. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't jump ahead. We got plans. Don't jump ahead. That's something I know you wanted to talk about. You were hitting me up from Vegas, like, let's do it right now, but I had already done it. It was me and Ty had jumped on, and you were like, you should have sent me the link. I'm like, you're on vacation, bro, so I apologize.
Yeah, because I was drinking too.
Oh, all the more reason.
I was on that stuff, so
all the more reason.
Bel Air,
boy was on that shit. That's what he was on. He was on that. I didn't seen that before. I mean,
y'all his ass back to Philly.
Yo, look, y'all just don't understand the things that me and Jay Swan's been through, man. From Fayetteville, North Carolina to Itaewon, South Korea.
Hold on, the only problem would have been like we could have got him, but we had to get through Jada. Jada probably.
Like I said, save it, man. Save it. We're gonna get to that. That's we gonna end the show with that. We got an hour and 45 minutes. We are going to get to that. Trust me.
You tell him where he worked up.
Say again.
You see, I'm already worked up.
Already worked up. So as always, y'all see me looking down. I'm joining the live stream.
You saw? You didn't see a text I sent you?
I saw the text, but I mean, nothing I can do with that. I'm joining the live stream right now. I can't pull that in here.
No, I ain't trying to pull it in. That was me, and they had put me in the electric chair. I'm in there with my feet dangling. Come on, wee.
Oh, I gotta look at that.
But yo.
I ain't seen that, but look, I mean, just real quick, and look, I'm gonna tell you up front, you're gonna be on the single screen by yourself, so don't be getting all scared like that one jump. Don't be getting all scared like that one jump. And for the record, you were correct. We shouldn't have been on that jump. We should not have been.
First of all, don't be talking to me crazy, because you know what? Will done brought the light-skinned brothers back.
Yeah. Will done brought us back with a vengeance. Pretty Ricky, what they called him. High Yellow was back with a vengeance.
The sad part, Wesley Snipes looking at Will shaking his head, bro. Like, man, come on.
Shaking his head, man. But yo, man, for those who don't know, you know what I mean, why don't you go ahead and bless everybody with a quick little story of who you are, man.
I'm James.
You gonna
messed up, huh? That messed up. No, look, Jay, known Don for, gosh, man, like I said, known you longer, most of my life at this point. Met in Fayetteville, showed up at Bragg. He was there, looking lonely. So I had my crew go over there and pick him up, bring him over, to let him know what's up. And raised him from a pup. I mean, sometimes you gotta get the strays. Every once in a while, you get a stray that actually grows up to be something. I'm really proud of him.
Just like Gunny said, and senior drill instructor said in Full Metal Jacket, I can't believe they stack shit that high. Y'all believe what he just said? The boy couldn't be lying. But you talk about telling tall tales. I think he's gonna start talking about Paul Bunyan next. This boy.
Nah, we just, we were paratroopers together at Bragg, ended up on a team together, and we've been rocking ever since then. I don't even know how we ended up on a team together. I don't know what they were thinking. They just needed a little flavor. That's
They
all.
must have, man. But here, this is what I need to know, man. Where is my M14? Well, you
Yo,
went to Vegas. We almost had that set up, and all of a sudden, I don't know, you gone.
hey, I'll tell you about that offline. But I think the dude was full of
Oh,
shit.
oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
There'll be one.
I
There'll be one.
started digging around a little bit, and we can ship it to you. Hold up.
No.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. But you ain't got to get. Like I said, there's numerous. You know, we got toys.
Yeah, we good. I mean, that was
see,
just something.
You see how I got the camera angle. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Don't worry. And don't worry, y'all, because we go to the range all the time. Next time we go to the range, we'll film it, and then we'll clip together something.
I ain't been back there since that last incident, though.
We ain't gonna talk about that. we gonna leave that alone. We ain't gonna talk about that. Hey. That's when if and when I ever do a Patreon, that'll be the first story we tell on Patreon. That's something that has to be behind the paywall because there's way too many people to hear that story. First of all, they won't believe it. They won't believe it.
And that's the funny part. Like I've told cats, and they're like, "Nah, not you.
Not you.
Come on."
If I listen, I was holding the camera watching, and I still halfway don't believe it. You can hear me in the background, right? I was like, what? Like I still don't believe it. Oh,
I told Pops, and he hung up on me. He's like, "That didn't happen. Stop it."
Yeah. So again, if and when I ever do a Patreon, that'll be on there.
Yeah.
Candace M, what's up? Fresh and Fit fam in the house. Yo, I see you. Thank you so much for the support. Jumping in there. Yeah. Hey, just stopping through this. Just dropped a like. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. Because you be working hard over there, Fresh and Fit World. Hard. She's one of the big mods over there. Man, it's like a job over there. Yo, Candace, why does everybody hate our people? You know what I mean? Drop that in there. I don't know why everybody hate our people, but thanks for showing the love.
You know why? Because everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. Is that Paul Mooney? Is that what it is?
What it is. He's super black too. To be black and then in that alternative life too, that has to be hard. I got to get someone from the LGBTQ community on here one day and have a talk with somebody cool. I know a couple of comics from my times in LA to have a real talk about that because you just piling on. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just piling on.
I never understood that. Like, because a lot of the discrimination those cats face is like the stuff that white folks used to say about us. So I'm like, I never understood the hate. And you know me, I'm completely comfortable. I went to the RuPaul show in Vegas. Yo, right. Anybody get a chance? A live show. That show was funny.
Yeah.
And what's funnier is watching the guys like whose wives drug them in there, and they're not completely comfortable with the whole situation. So they be in there trying to look at everything else. And I'm like, what's your problem? You ain't comfortable with yourself?
They're not.
Bro, I wish I'd had a camera because I'm sitting in the booth and I'm like, they're asking questions, trying to get people to come up. I'm pointing at the dudes at the other booth, like, get them cats right there. Get them right over there.
Well, here's the thing, man. You get in one of those, like the cross-dressing world or the drag world or whatever. Dude, they jump on you, bro. You getting a lap dance sometimes whether you want it or not.
Yeah, they tried that and they like walked by and started. I just looked at him and dude was like, "Nah, we going somewhere.
We gonna go somewhere else.
Going over here. Look, it's all ha he he's till I feel something slap against my face and then it's a problem."
Hey, and he can do that when you 6'4" and 200. Where you at? 260, 270?
Yeah, 260 now.
260 now. He's coming, and that's coming down, yo. So you can do that,
down, bro. That's because that's.
You can do that. And what I do is I scoop my chair all the way up to the table. So I had a table like right here on me. And I'll slouch down, scoop the table up. I'm like an 8-year-old at the table. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there. You ain't getting in here.
See, like I tell people, I'm like, look, because I be wondering, like, how come they ain't trying to holler at me? I mean, it's not that I want that lifestyle, but I want the opportunity to say no.
Too late. Too late. Y'all heard it here first. JSwans out the closet right now. I mean, he came out of there like, hey, you came out of there like you're supposed to.
I want to say no. You know what I mean? Like, I want a free drink. You know what I'm saying?
Too late.
Why can't I get a drink to the table?
Too late. I'm telling Naya I'm about to text her right now. I'm finna text Naya right now. Boy, you just jumped out the closet like the green light came on. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
As long as he keeps getting paid, I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all in it too long, boy. It was till death, right? Y'all did the traditional vows until death, yo. And it's like, yeah, we mean that.
Yeah, let something like that come out though. That might be quicker than we think.
All right.
She got that little baby gun, you know what I'm saying?
She got that 380, boy. She turned that thing loose, man. Them rounds be bouncing around inside of you like a pinball machine, like ping, 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 ping,
What
ping.
happened? I don't know. He fell on it.
Yeah, 5 times. 5 times. Okay, man.
But not real talk though. I mean, that's something else we talk about later on. Though I don't understand the hate. You know, what I mean, and from our community to the LGBT. I don't understand it. And my thing personally is, I think there's just a lot of dudes that are just in the closet, real uncomfortable because
I feel you. And here's the thing though, and especially something like that when you're black, you're black. There's no change in this.
Yeah, you can't take that off.
People have tried. You can try to bleach. You can do all that. It's no change in this.
You mean like Michael Jackson and Sammy Sosa?
Listen, man, can we just get through one show, man? Can we just get through one?
You took it there.
Nah. Oh, no, I did not. No, negative.
If you go talk about bleaching, where's that going to go? Who else bleach?
That's all I'm saying, man. Negative. Whenever I deal, here's the thing, bro.
And Cat Whip straight his hair, they ain't bleaching. Come on.
Here's the thing with you, bro. Whenever I got you with me, it's this, man. Danger crossing. Every time I deal with you, man, it's like, you know what? We need to go silent. You know what I mean?
Hey, just don't be mad because I keep it real. You be up there trying to be all night. Look at you drinking out of glass like you got class.
You keep it some. Yeah, man. I ain't drink out of a cup since we was in
I was gonna say you ain't got no red cup sitting on the floor in there. Or quietly.
Oh, I'm way too sophisticated for that, bro.
You ain't got a sports bottle?
Nah, way too sophisticated for that.
You act like you ain't never had the sports bottle?
I ain't saying never had it.
What was it? I made a drink one time. You like, it's too dark. And then you made one of the sports bottle and talking about what was it? You had E&J in there and talking about a splash of Coke.
That's why I was doing E&J.
That's why I was doing E&J. Finger in the Coke bottle and flicked it in there. Talking about, there you go.
There you go. Stir it. There you go. Because I ain't know no better. I was young and dumb, but guess what? Somebody got towed up that night.
Young and broke. That's what we was, boy.
Yeah, young and broke. But guess what? What did we have? We had women. Go ahead and look both ways. Make sure they ain't around.
She in the bedroom, but she probably listening. And you know she be listening to these things, critiquing us.
That's what we need, though.
She said we talk way too much smack.
Love you, little sis. Love you, but you know what it is. And I only got the one glass. It ain't like listen, I'm gonna do a show, y'all. We're gonna do a show on liquor.
No,
we're gonna do it not tonight, but we're gonna do a show on liquor.
No, we're not.
I'm gonna see if I get Mo Dillon. I'm gonna get Mo on there, boy. Mo Dillon. We're gonna talk about liquor.
Mo gonna sit there with a Godfather hat on and be quiet.
Hey, that's who taught me how to drink. Shout out to Mo.
Y'all drinking E&J, Mo be like, I had Christian Brothers. Like he was.
Yeah. That's all we got.
That cost $3 more.
But here's the thing, man. We were in the unit. Mo was the old man. What was Mo? 26?
Yeah, Mo wasn't. I mean,
and he was the old man of the unit.
The cats that was doing what we was doing, yeah, because I was the baby. I mean, I was 17, 18.
You was 17, 18 years old. I was 19. Mo was like 26. He was the old man.
Yeah.
Had a family, had kids, right? He was the guy. He was the go-to guy. Like when we were deployed, Mo was the man. I had to go talk. I had to check in with Mo. That's who was looking out for me. So think about that, y'all. That's the thing about the military. We send our babies to war, yo. I mean, real talk. That's how we do it. Our most valuable resource.
Got one sitting there now looking at him like, man, he looks like a little kid to me.
Exactly. No, he looks like baby Huey. You know what I mean? My godson is huge. Yeah.
I was talking to him the other night, and he was, they're doing some, what do you call them? Civilian evacuation drills. He was telling me that they're on a 24-hour shift, walking around mad. And I'm like, well, what you mad for? I got all this gear on, walking around with a rifle and all this other stuff. It's heavy, tired.
Hilarious. Hold on, you say you was talking to him?
Yeah.
I love him. That's my godson. So I text him because I don't talk to legs, man.
Yes,
You actually talking to a leg?
I have to.
I don't know if I can talk to you anymore.
Man gets mad if I don't.
Man,
I have to FaceTime too, but I try not to make eye contact. I be telling them, I better look down. Don't be looking at the camera.
Down, man, I don't know. We might have to beat your boots because talking to legs, man. That's a violation.
Tell you though, but they are babies though. I mean, it's like I said, when they were just dying for Christmas, they're just babies. You looking at them. I mean, they look like babies to me.
They are babies.
That's my baby.
And that's how, yes, you're a baby, and that's how we look. We were babies. Exactly. Go back and look at your pictures. We were babies.
That's what, it's funny. And I'm thinking about all the stuff we was doing. We should be dead several times over.
Oh, at least. Easy.
Stuff we was doing.
Easy. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. And look, just to show you how fast time goes, we're already 15 minutes in. Don't even feel like it, don't it? Like, we just started talking. We haven't even touched the subject.
That's because we be talking smack and it'd be funny.
Hey man, like I said, man,
Hold
you
on,
know,
hold on,
like
wait, hold on. Did you say we 15 minutes in? Yo, hold your glass up. No, we ain't 15 minutes in, man. We about 8 minutes. We about 8. That's an 8-minute drink right there.
Hey, listen here though. Listen here though. I gotta go slow, man. I can't leave now. We done started the show. I gotta go all the way downstairs, go to the bar. It's far, it's far. I didn't bring the bottle up here. And I did that for a reason. I'm trying to be professional here. See, listen, this is why y'all never go with y'all airborne buddies on anything professional.
You see me? I'm looking at a bottle of Hennessy over there, like, ooh, if I can reach it.
Ooh, can't see this. He'll just get up and walk away, and I'll just have to cover. But I can't just walk away because he don't even want to be on the screen by himself. I can't leave him by himself. But here's the thing. For those of you men and women out there thinking about joining the military, and you're like, well, why should I join the military? This is why.
For the women,
women are the man. Whatever you into.
Ladies love the paratroopers. That's why the whole army got berets now, because some cats. What'd you say? 80% ain't got no sexual access. That's why the whole army got berets now.
Yeah, all of them, everybody, not just berets, black berets, pissed off every ranger ever. I mean, that's the one thing with Bush. Like, listen, I'm, you know me. I'll rock with whoever so long as I can get what we need. Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal. I don't care. But when Bush authorized,
what's wrong with Bush?
No, when he authorized that black beret, yes.
I thought you were talking 1970s.
Well, that's cool too. So I'm just saying, I'm a savage, bro. I'm a savage. I'm a field soldier. That's what it's supposed to be. I will low crawl through that bush.
Yeah,
I will low crawl through that bush. And okay, so whenever JSwans and I get together, there's always going to be a lot of military terms thrown back and forth.
This is how we talk.
So we said leg already for all y'all people who don't know much about the military, and then especially like the army and the airborne army.
If you don't know what a leg is, then you probably are one.
Probably a leg.
Just beat your boots now.
So yeah.
As a matter of fact,
two terms.
Keep listening, but don't make eye contact with the screen no more.
Yeah, just look over there. look over there.
There you go. Turn your head. Don't look this way.
So you have soldiers in the army, and then in the army you have people who go to airborne school, airborne army. I was talking about that a couple episodes back, what it was like, because I was telling them about the board, 82nd and going 82 days without somebody dying. I was talking about all that. So go back and watch that. But a leg is a non-airborne personnel. A leg is someone who is not like that flag behind me. They do not have wings. They didn't at least go to jump school.
Or here, I'll put it in simple terms. Everybody understands. When you get a puppy and the balls ain't dropped yet, that's a leg. See, that's what a leg is.
And we can say that, y'all. He could. So that's it. So you got levels to the shit.
I love my son though. I love my son. I can't make eye contact with him.
I love my godson, but you gotta go to airborne school. I keep telling him, what are you doing? You gotta go to, and we're gonna do a military episode. I'm trying to line up someone from the United States Army. I'm trying to get a recruiter, and we're gonna talk about today's army versus the army we were in versus the Vietnam Army and so on and so forth.
Yeah, tell me that. We'll talk.
Give me one. We'll get on. We'll get that online. We'll get that going. So that's it. A leg is non-airborne personnel. That's what paratroopers call people who aren't paratroopers. And then we mentioned beat your boots, right? So when people talk about military guys, you got to do push-ups, right? They're like, oh, get down and give me 20 or whatever, right? So in the airborne army, when you're all geared up for a jump, you got your main parachute, you got your reserve parachute, you got your weapon on your side, you got all your equipment. It's basically from your waist down to past your knees. You got all your equipment, right?
Hang down.
So you can't do push-ups with all that equipment on. So instead, what they'll do is they'll tell you to beat your boots. So you're standing up, and you have to squat down and touch your boots and then come back up. That's beating your boots. So that's the equivalent of doing push-ups. That's the equivalent to drop and give me 20.
Now, and don't forget all that gear. Like people are like, well, that ain't that bad. Nah, you figure your parachute, all that stuff. I don't know how much that weighs, but it's got to be a good 60, 70 pounds at least. And then you got your rucksack, which they told us you're not supposed to jump with more than 50 pounds or something like that.
Yeah. Look, I carried the lightest ruck on our team. My shit was 85 pounds on a real jump. And for our practice shit, my shit was like 65 to 70. Man. And I had the lightest pack.
My web gear, okay, and that's your ammo belt and shoulder harness and all that stuff, canteens. My web gear weighed almost 80 pounds one jump.
Yeah, and I wasn't counting. And when I gave you those numbers, that's just the equipment. I'm not talking about the web gear. I'm not talking about the extra ammo. Lord knows if you're the AG, if you're like the assistant machine gunner, I ain't talking about all that. I'm just talking about what you have. Your 210 rounds. Back then it was 210 rounds for us. I didn't even count that.
Nah, 210 rounds was the standard, man. Like I know one time they had us. Well, you know, Allen, he's crazy anyway, man. Smack was crazy. But I think I had 500 rounds. I had 4 batteries. Man.
Yeah. Smack was insane. Shout out to Smack. You know what I mean? And I tell you who, like the ant, V would carry like 3 times his body weight. I don't know how he did it.
Yo, he just put it on, just laid down and started walking. Just
one time he fell backwards on his back and he was just moving. We had to pick him up and he just went off on his. He just put him on his feet and off he went. So shout out to V, shout out to Smack, all those guys, man.
That's what we was young. That's why we got all these problems now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, boy, because I tell you, knees, back, shoulders,
hip, my neck, my back.
When you in the airborne army and you break stuff and you don't know it, they tell you about it later because you're so used to just doing your thing.
Oh, rub some dirt on it. But here's the thing. So we got paid to be on airborne status, to be on jump status. We got paid $110 a month. That was jump pay.
Hey.
Hazardous duty pay is what it really is. The same thing you get paid for going to a war zone is what you got paid for jump school, to being airborne status. So it was basically $110 a month. Blood money, bro. Blood clot.
All time, dudes burning in on jumps, man. Yeah.
Oh man, I forget the name of the one. What was that NCO? That was all jump status for a long time. He just made E6. Real cool dude, Latino dude. I think he was in our platoon, and we went on a jump, and it was his first jump after years. So he hadn't been on jump status for years, but solid soldier. He was on the fast track. I don't know if you were there.
Is that the one that broke his legs, or
that's the dude that broke his pelvic bone?
Yeah.
Destroyed his. Listen, we go on this jump. This is his first jump in a long time. He wasn't really getting the kind of attention that a cherry. Okay, what's a cherry? Yeah, a cherry is a person straight out of airborne school. It's like your first jump out of airborne school. So he was basically a born again cherry, right? But no one. He was an E6. He was in the jump unit. He had mass respect, so no one was really looking out for him like that. Yeah. So we go on a jump. His first jump after years, right? We are all on the DZ. Somebody, like, they call dust off. What's dust off? That's when the evac helicopter comes in and takes somebody, like, it's like the aeromatics. Yeah. Dust off comes in to pick this guy up. We didn't know it was him until we got back to the unit. So the guy jumps, his parachute deploys, and what happened was he began to oscillate.
Yeah. And he had his feet apart too. They said he had his feet apart.
So you're like this, you're going back. Now you have to, that's part of the thing. You have to determine how you are falling to the ground, and you have to correct for that. You have to stop the oscillation. If you don't, it can be a problem. So he's going back and forth. The ground is here. He's way up here. So his parachute loses air. His parachute is on the ground, and now he's like 50 feet above the ground, maybe more, and he slams in.
Yeah, I don't think he even released his ruck and stuff.
He probably did. And
I don't think he released his ruck and stuff. So he had all that weight. Yeah.
Face first. All that momentum going this way. Then you lose the air and gravity kicks in fast in the airborne world. Right? Gravity ain't no joke. Like there's not a paratrooper who ever lived that doesn't believe in physics.
Well, you can telling y'all right now. Online where the dudes jumping the GoPros, and it's funny to me because you can hear him breathing. You know that?
You can hear him hit. Oh,
that ground be coming up quick. It seems like it takes a long time, but that last 50 feet comes up real quick, boy.
So the guy was way up here. His parachute has no air. It's on the ground, and then he slams down face first. Yeah. And I don't know if this was true, but the rumor was he destroyed his pelvic bone, broke his legs.
Yeah, he was done.
I never saw him again.
Yeah, he was gone.
That man, he survived the jump, but his life was never the same.
Yeah, he was out of the unit after that.
Never saw him again.
I know that they took him to Womack.
Womack,
hospital with Brad. Took him to Womack first. And then, they immediately took him up to Walter Reed. So he was gone. We didn't even. And then they had us out jumping, a couple days later. Get out there and jump again.
Yeah, next jump. Let's get y'all out there because we don't want nobody having second thoughts. All right, cool. Let's go. So, but I think about him a lot. Real cool guy. He was a little bit older. I forgot his name. He wasn't in our platoon, but I saw him all the time. Squared away soldier, but he made one mistake. You know what I mean? And that one mistake cost him. And it was. I placed the blame really on the unit. We really should have Well, that platoon should have squared him away.
Well, see, and that was the thing. Like our platoon was we were the jump platoon. You know, that's all we did was jump all the time. The other platoons were airborne and they were jump qualified, but you know, they were jumping like once every couple of months.
Yeah, that is true.
Where we were jumping, you know, you guys, what are you guys doing today? Nothing. Let's go jump, you know. So, but the one thing you do learn is, you know, the one thing. What is the main thing you remember about airborne school? What's the main thing you're supposed to do when you jump? What's the main thing you're supposed to do?
First thing I do is
no. Make sure. About that. Just what's the main thing they drill in your head when you go to jump school? What's the thing they drill in your head all the time?
PLF, bro. You got to execute an outstanding PLF.
There you go. Keep your feet and knees together.
You'll be here for feet and knees together, or you'll be here forever. So what's a PLF?
Oh,
I know because some of you people PLF, parachute landing fall. Right, it is the way that we are taught to land.
Yeah.
In the airborne world, and I'm not going to get into the details, but I will say this: every person in the Army, at least when we were in, is probably still true to this day. People that say stuff like, "Get off your fourth point of contact. Don't make me kick you in the fourth point of contact." They'll say all this stuff about the fourth point of contact. Well, in the parachute landing fall, the fourth point of contact is your butt.
You know what? They say that. First of all, that's your second point of contact because it's feet, ass, and head.
No, we ain't talking about. We're talking about the class. We ain't talking about what really happens on the DZ. We're not talking about what really happens on the DZ. We're talking about what happens in the class. So, but the entire United States Army, all the legs in the Army, they know what fourth point of contact is because they hear it in basic training. They hear it in their regular training. Fourth point of contact is the buttocks, right? It's the butt.
You probably can't threaten them like that no more, though. You probably got to be like, hey, can I talk to you? Come here, private. Can I talk to you?
Like I said, get your man. We're gonna figure that part out. So that's it. So all these non-airborne people, all these legs, they say fourth point of contact, and they have no clue what it is. They hear the term and they adopt the term and they use it.
Yeah.
So fourth point of contact is your butt. You know what I mean? And a PLF is a parachute landing fall, and that is made up of 5 points of contact, and we're not going to go into that. Maybe again, like I said, maybe one day we'll start a Patreon and we'll get into the heavy military stuff.
But that ain't, that
right.
But there's only three. I don't know why there's only three.
Yeah. Feet, ass, and head is how it really works. Especially, and I'm gonna do something. This is something you never want to see inside the bird. I don't know what they're doing now, but this is what I used to hate seeing this inside the bird when we're about to jump. Right? They'll look at you. They'll do this. Right? Yo, JSwans, what does that mean?
Wind's calm. Wind's calm, you going.
What that means is there's 25 knot winds out there.
No,
so you finna jump out there.
Right.
And I believe when we were in, the rule is you can't jump if the winds were over 15 or 20 knots or something like that. But all the time in the bird, 2-5, 3-0, we going. When we on this bird, it's only one way off.
Man, I went out there, man, and was setting up an LZ after Pathfinder school and was setting up a PZ.
Oh, you bragging? You were at Pathfinder school?
Yeah, this is after Pathfinder. This is back at Bragg. You know, I got detail and got to go out there to PZ detail. And I'm sitting there, and I didn't know this. Okay, so if nobody jumps, the Army's got to pay for the bird.
I knew that.
But if one person jumps,
Air Force pays.
Paying for it.
I knew that.
See, I didn't know that. We're sitting on the PZ, you know, doing I'm looking at the winds, man. It's like 28 knots.
PZ is the drop zone, right? Parachute zone.
So I'm sitting out with DZ. There you go. Drop zone. And I'm sitting out there, and I'm like, 20. It's like the winds are like 10 knots, gust to 28. And I'm watching winds. I'm like, this jump ain't gonna go. There's an LT out there, and we're just laughing back and forth. He's like, what are the winds now? And I'm like, 8 knots, gust to 26. Not gonna happen. The birds are coming. And he's like, what are the winds now? He stood in front of me, said, what are the winds now? And I moved over to, I said, 8 knots, gust to 23. He moved in front of me again, said, what are the winds right now? No, don't move. What are the winds? I said, they're calm. He got to rate the winds calm.
I love the Army, baby. Airborne life's the life for me, bro.
I was like, what? So, hey, and there's been there's been a couple jumps where I'm standing there waiting to go, and they're like, go. And you look and, you go out there, and all of a sudden the jump gets stopped. Because I think I was number 2 jumper. And I forgot, I want to say it was Bora in front of me. But I know Bora went out, and once the guy in front of you goes out, you going.
Absolutely.
So door goes out, and I swear that I looked over and saw a red light, but it was, you're on automatic. So I just went, and I remember coming on the parachute. I'm getting blown. I mean, I'm like sideways, and I looked behind me, and there was like 2 other parachutes, and that was it. And I said, "Damn, the jump master did stop us." And then I said, "It's gonna hurt." I remember saying that too. It's gonna hurt.
You sitting there like, bro, this gonna hurt a lot. I don't give a damn how great your PLF is. This about to hurt.
Man. And listen, I discovered apparently I must have had a couple concussions. And I know for sure one time I remember walking around looking for my Kevlar. It was on my head.
Oh, yeah. 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 I was lucky enough to never really have any serious. I never had a concussion, I don't think. I might have had one. I mean, here's the thing. If you get a concussion, you don't even know you got it. But because here's the thing. Once you jump in, for us, normally that was the beginning of the mission. Every now and then we get lucky, like we'll jump in and that's it. We, just back to go home. But normally it begins, especially when Bora got to the unit, every jump was a mission. And
my first jump, my very first jump at the unit that's something they changed now. Like apparently when you get to Bragg, you're not supposed to do a combat jump until after you've had a couple jumps with your unit.
Man, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
I mean, my first...
I was there, a week maybe? And I was because I remember everybody was mad because I was on a tag team and I was jumping. And everybody was mad.
To this day, I don't even know how you swung. I'm like, how did he swing that?
No, I swung it. I remember because they brought us in a deuce and a half. And, Hadley and Matcher with me. And, they jumped down. And I had I had my duffel bag on my back with all my gear. And I had theirs in my arms. I jumped off the back of the truck with their stuff, and then threw each one in there. That's Alan was like, "We taking him." Yeah, he coming.
But think about it though. It was, if I'm not mistaken, Hatterley, you, Guthrie, and Lassiter all got jump stats when they got to the unit, at least within 6 months. Yeah. Because Lassiter was my jump buddy.
Yeah,
we were like jumped. We were damn near. Well, once he got to the unit, it was like jump for jump with him and me.
Yeah.
And then he went ahead of me because I went home one weekend and y'all, I think you were out there with him. Yeah. Y'all did that y'all did the black, no, was it Chinook or
Chinook jumps? Yeah.
Chinook jumps. I was salty. I missed that. But here's the thing. All right, look. We're 32 minutes in. We only got 2 hours. So
we're supposed to be talking about these simpletons, these legs.
We about to get into it. So here's the deal. We're gonna revisit it. For anyone who's watching this in the comments later, if you want us to talk about the Airborne Army, talk about some of our experiences, talk about some of our missions, put it in the comments. Let me know, and I'll get JSwans and we'll tell you. And there's one story in particular that y'all gonna really want to hear. It's the one time that JSwans with his big punk ass was afraid to jump. It was one time he was afraid to jump.
Right though, I was right.
See? I'm just saying. I'm just telling it like it is. It was the one time.
Man,
this big pussy ass, punk ass, pussy ass, big ass dude.
I probably saved everybody's life that night.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I mean, but here's the thing: you tried to save us, we didn't listen to you, and it was only by the skill of the pilot or by the grace of God, whatever you want to believe in. Y'all know I ain't all that. I'm not all that religious, but I will tell you this: that night we were supposed to die, and I'm here to tell a story. Everybody in the back of that bird was scared as shit except for one man.
Now you telling it now.
I ain't trying
to wait till people say
it's a preview. It's a preview. There's so much more to this story. There's so much more. Like if y'all want to hear the story, link it in the hit us up in the chat or whatever. Or put it in the comments.
Is that when I was talking shit to the commander?
Nah, that's a different story.
That was different. I was talking shit to the commander.
This jump, you didn't even want to go. You didn't even want to go. Right. You didn't want to go to green ramp. You didn't want to do nothing. You was like, no. This jump, this particular jump was the weirdest. Like I said, it's the only time I ever seen him.
I was shook. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to jump. Only time in my life I ever saw that. Ever. And I'm talking about, dude, I've seen bullets flying.
That's because God be talking to you like, hey, stupid.
I guess God mad at me, man. He don't be saying nothing. He sure as hell didn't say nothing that day. So all right, let's get into where we got on here, man. So we're gonna what's the topic today? Yeah, what's the topic today? We're like the fine line between gentleman and simp, right? The fine line. That's what we're talking about here, man. So let's get to it, bro.
I don't think it's that fine of a line, though.
And what do you mean by that?
Like the fine. Okay, so like, I mean, define that line. Like we were talking about holding the door for a woman. You know,
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll give you my top 3 requirements, or my top 3 gentlemanly traits. My top 3 traits of being a gentleman. Right. I'll give you my top 3. Number 1, I got confidence. Because only a confident man can be a gentleman. Right.
Okay.
I got number 1. Number 2, I got drive. Right.
Okay.
Because as a gentleman, you got to have drive.
No, that's just being a man. No, like those are just man.
Is it? Is it?
Those are man traits.
What type of man?
A normal man. Those are man traits. Like, okay, like
and let me do number 3. Then you can get back to the get to that. And number 3 is having honor. You must be honorable to be a gentleman. So
I'll agree with that one.
Okay, so confidence, drive, and honor are my top 3 traits of being a gentleman. And you will give me pushback on drive.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just. I mean, that to me, being a gentleman is your behavior. I mean, you know, drive is not. How can I put it? What am I trying to say here?
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Airborne?
Hey, don't make me, man. Hold on. See, now I got to come up on stage. Hold on. I'm just.
Save that for the end of the show.
Keep my Airborne out your motherfucking mouth.
Oh, you worried about me saying Airborne? You need to be worrying about what's going in that 304's mouth. That's what I'd have said on stage at the Oscars. It'd have been a whole nother narrative.
Bro, wait, we can't go there though. Hold on,
we're gonna say that for the end of the show. We're
gonna get all up and will like Austin did. Hold on.
Ooh. I ain't worried about it. All right, so
So back to it. Yeah.
So my top 3, you say honor, absolutely. You got to be an honorable man. So we're on that.
Because you got to be honorable to be a gentleman.
What about confidence?
You know, I don't know.
You got to be confident to be a gentleman. You can't be some scared ass motherfucker in the corner, bro.
Because you could be the simp thing you talk about. Because you could be a simp and be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do gentlemanly things as a simp. I think that the issue is like you said, that line gets crossed. Like, okay, let me give you my example. Like you said, like holding the door, right? Okay, like I'll hold the door. I hold the door for any woman I see coming behind me. I got no problem with that. But when you're holding that same door and the girl says, yeah, hold that, and then tells her boyfriend to come on in, and you still hold the door for her boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? That's when it gets to be, I mean, that's where that fine line gets crossed. Like it's one thing to help a woman, to help a lady, and to be respectful in that sense. It's another thing to let her take advantage of you like that. Yeah, hold the door while I go to my car and get, my boyfriend's, because I don't want him to get wet. Let me get it.
Okay. Hold on. So last call for insight. What's good, brother? Thanks for popping in here, man. This is a solid dude right here. This is 100 guy right here. You know what I mean? And he's saying in the chat, I would argue the difference would be the logistics of the relationship of who you're with, or if you're even in a relationship with somebody. He's talking about the difference between gentleman and simp. And he also sent in, it's harder to describe when you're talking in general. Okay, yeah,
exactly. That's why I'm struggling with it because I'll do things like, me, I say this all the time, man. You better, treat your lady like a queen, because if you don't, somebody else will.
But what did you say though? You had to qualify that with something.
Oh, what do you mean?
Not every woman is a queen.
No. You don't treat every woman like a queen. You treat your woman like a queen. And I say that because, you treat every woman with respect. Every woman gets respect, okay? But you treat your woman like a queen, because if you treat every woman like a queen, then what do you do for your lady? Like, how does she become special? How is she a queen if she's like everybody else? Like I said, I treat every woman with respect. Everyone.
Okay. So we've agreed on honor.
Yes.
What about confidence? Because we're talking about drive right now. You didn't like drive. Do you like confidence or no?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. In generalities, it's difficult. It's difficult because you cannot be a confident man but be a gentleman. A gentleman is what do you define as a gentleman? Is a gentleman just a nice guy?
Last call, if you're still in here, bro. What are your top 3 traits of a gentleman? Let's see. And I know, and like you said, I know it's tough. It's generalities or whatever. But do me a favor, if you're still with us, bro. Type in your top 3 traits. Your top 3 musts to be a gentleman. So, all right, AJ. All right, I told you my top 3. So we talked about confidence, drive, and honor. So you're pushing back a little bit on confidence, and you're saying drive, absolutely not. Drive, it doesn't matter if you.
Yeah, that, I mean, to me, that doesn't have anything to do with the gentleman trait type thing. I mean,
You can't be. You gotta have drive, brother. You can't be the deadbeat in the basement, in your mama's basement, playing games and smoking weed all day and consider yourself a gentleman. Can you? That's not.
well, I mean, if you're doing gentlemanly things, you hold the door for the lady, you're pulling the chair out. You could be a loser and be a gentleman. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't know this is more of what a woman would consider a gentleman. I mean, because the traits you're talking about, I look at those. Those are man traits: honor, integrity, drive, confidence. Those are just man traits.
Okay, so you're saying that every man has these traits?
No.
Okay, so we agree with that. Every man do not have these traits. However, I would argue every gentleman does.
I don't know. I know some I know some slimy cats that are, that don't have any drive, and really have no honor, but they'll make ladies think that they're gentlemen.
But how long? And last call did hear me. He said just one moment, so I appreciate that, bro. I put that up there. We'll get his top 3 in a hot second.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
This is a difficult one. I mean, because it's so broad. It's so broad. I mean, I'm sitting there now trying to think, like, what kind of stuff do I raise? I mean, I found this list of things that a man should know and a man should be able to do online like years ago, and I really liked it. And I printed it out. And when both of my sons graduated high school, I gave them this. We sat down and talked about it. I gave them that list, and it was like, it talks about, you never shake a man's hand sitting down. You always look a man in the eye. Just things like that. About confidence and being a man. Just certain traits. You always make sure that you have nice shoes. You make sure your clothes are right. Those sort of things.
Okay, and okay. There are certain things that all men should do. However, all men aren't gentlemen. The way I'm looking at it is, I look at what are the common traits that gentlemen share.
See, and here's the thing: I don't know, because I don't know if I'm a. I don't know if I'm a gentleman. I think this is a conversation you'd have to have. I don't know if it's the traits of a gentleman or what women would like.
This has nothing to do with women. This is everything to do about men. This is a man thing. And sorry, ladies, if any ladies jump in here or if you watch this later, this is just a man circle right now, right? As a man, right? Again, what traits do paratroopers share?
Well, that's confidence.
But that's where I'm coming from, though. Like, think about that in your mind.
But all paratroopers ain't gentlemen, though.
No. But it's kind of a little aside. What trait? Like when someone says they're airborne, there's certain traits you're looking for, correct?
Yes.
And if you don't see those traits, off rip, bullshit, and you start getting into them, you start asking questions.
Yeah, and that's kind of strange, but you will know right away. Like, I don't know what it is. It's a
stolen valor. Same thing with SEALs. Right, same thing with SEALs, same thing with Green Berets, same thing with Rangers, right? Yeah. There's a difference between the guy who went through Ranger school and the guy who's in battalion, which right?
Yeah.
There's a difference. So like I said, what are the traits? So, all right, real quick, and Ben 10, what's good, brother? I see you in here. Thanks for the support, brother. This is my man JSwans right here, Ben. It's just some heavy airborne shit going on tonight. You know what I mean? So if you missed it earlier, when you watch the replay, you'll see. So I asked last call. So you see that.
You know what? Class. That's what I was looking for.
So I'm gonna read it real quick, and then I'll let you take over.
Yeah.
So I asked last call for insight. What are your top 3 traits that for a gentleman? And Ben 10, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. What are your top 3 traits? And go ahead and put that in there for me. So last call for insight said self-respect, honor. Right? You respect yourself, self-care, class, the way you move, treat other people or act. And number 3, humility, right? You're going to be humble, being able to learn, admit to your wrongs, and always improve. And here's the thing. Let me put my 4th trait in there, because I didn't put the 4th trait in there. My 4th trait was owns it, right? Buck stops here. Accountability.
Okay. Now, I would argue that right there. So those are traits of an alpha male. or what someone would call an alpha male, because you and I, we've had that exact conversation, and literally those exact comments have come up. We talked about an alpha male.
But you're gonna have certain overlap,
and right? That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, it's kind of, because I see all those traits, and those are the traits that, you know, I think most men, and let me put the emphasis on men, want their, you know, they want to teach their sons those exact traits. You know, I mean, most men want their sons that, you know, it's okay to make a mistake. And once again, you know, I'm coming from a guy that's raised, you know, I got 2 young men. And, you know, and the hardest thing to get them to understand, especially in this world, is it's okay to make a mistake. And when you do make a mistake, own it.
Cool. I give you that. But and last call for insight. Thanks for that. But what'd you say, brother?
You talking about me?
Yeah. What'd you say, JSwans?
Oh,
I cut you off for a second. You were saying something. I cut you off.
You know what? You keep my motherfucking name out your mouth.
As you were.
No, what I'll say, like I said, you know, you've been around. I mean, I said we've been together 30 years, so you've been around my kids. You know how
pause, nigga. Pause. We've been in the streets. We've been in the struggle 30 years.
Hey, I told you, man. I know I'm confident in mine, so I ain't worried about it. You know, I'm in it for the free drinks. Laugh now. Hey, y'all that don't know, they try to get you to lick it up. Just bring your lady with you. You be all right.
Hey, listen here, yo. I'll die for this man right here on the split screen. And you know what? I know he'll die for me. And that's what, and I just wanted to say that real quick. When people ask, like, you know,
fool said I'd die for him, man. He crazy.
Hey, listen.
On mute. Don't worry about it. We good.
Here's the thing.
Oh, damn.
People say that though, like, well, you know, why was the military so special? Because of this.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's one thing for people to talk about, oh, I would die for this cat. That's my people. That's my people. But when you're placed in a situation and your whole purpose, I mean, we worked in 4-man teams?
4-man teams.
We were forward, way forward.
Way forward.
Setting up routes for helicopters to go past so they can attack things.
You could not be in our unit if you were worried about being surrounded, because we are paratroopers. We're supposed to be surrounded.
I mean, that makes it a fair fight.
Right. So we can attack in any direction.
Exactly. So, I mean, but the thing is, you know, you're taught, you know, I mean, we went through the training and all the normal stuff, but when you get to a unit and you realize that your whole purpose in life is to keep that person alive. That's your whole purpose in life. Your life doesn't matter as long as you keep that person alive. So you'll go above and beyond to make sure that person goes home. And you do that knowing that that person will do the same thing for you. That's
I tell you what,
you get that bond.
That's real talk, people, because I tell you what, there's no way in hell I'm gonna let this motherfucker come home and I'm, you know what I mean, you know, and
damn, he messed that up, didn't he?
I did. There's no way I'm gonna let this motherfucker die and I come home without it. Right. Yeah. That good liquor, boy, is that good liquor. It's the good liquor. I got the good shit. No more Christian Brothers, no more E&J, bro. But no, there's no way in hell.
Across the room, I'm mad now. So I could have cracked that Remy XO.
Yeah, you should have.
I told my cousin, but you know, we got that other stuff. So you know, we gonna get together.
Trying to get somebody in trouble, man. Streets is watching, bro. Them feds might be in here, cuz. And listen, and for the record, y'all, when y'all hear me say I'm from the Midwest, I'm not. I lived in LA for 25 years, but I'm not an LA guy. I'm not gangbanging. It's not. It's what we say. We say cousin and young blood in the Midwest, especially when I was coming up. We sound like, you know, 1970s exploitation, the way we talk. Cat daddy, you know what I mean? What's up, young blood? What's up, cuzzo? You know what I mean? And it will say cuz, but it's not a gang thing. I just want people to know that when you'll hear me say cuz, it's not a gang thing. No disrespect to those boys out there. You know what I mean? Doing that.
Up, we used to say gnarly and awesome.
Right, because he was in Valencia. He was in
surfboard. Nothing like that. I don't ride no surfboard or rollerblade or nothing like that. That's just, you know, that's how we came up.
Yo, last call for insight, man. I'm from Ohio, man. Cincinnati, baby, the nasty natty. That's, you know, I came up there. A really small town.
You should go back
boys
there.
Are lethal.
Nah.
Too dangerous. Too dangerous. I made it this far. I'd be damned if I go back to Cincinnati and get shot up. Too dangerous. But back to the conversation.
Yeah, back to the simple. Yeah.
So what last call was saying, which is similar a lot, it's kind of similar to what I was talking about. I said confidence, I said drive, honor, like you must be honorable, and you own it, right? You know what I mean? The buck stop here, you're accountable, right? I
don't know, man. I just, you know, I mean, there's so many different there's so many levels of gentlemen. You know what I mean? Because I think that a gentleman is conscious of his appearance.
But what's the barrier to entry?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Is a gentleman taught, or is it like a leader? They're born. Now, some people may disagree. No, you can teach someone to be a leader. I don't think you can.
I think it's a little bit of both.
So, I mean, is a gentleman born, or do you make a gentleman?
I think you make a gentleman. I think it's a little bit of both. I think you can be born with certain traits that are considered gentlemanly, but I think you need to be taught in some form. Just think about the Elizabethan. I can't even say the word. Back in the day in Europe,
The more white ladies with the white hair and the dudes with the
More importantly, the guys who would come and smack you with their glove and his pistols at dawn, bro. These are guys who were willing to put their life on the line for honor, right? Okay. That had to be taught and accepted within society. And I think that has a lot to do with it. So when I said these traits, I'm thinking more along the lines of, what does society consider a gentleman?
Now, fast forward those guys, 400 years in the future. I mean, does the level of gentleman, does that type of behavior change? Because now you got somebody, you step on my shoe, or you got Will Smith who will walk up on the stage and smack a comedian for making a joke. And this is how we structure it. So don't let it. We're gonna save that, but that's where this came from. I started there and worked my way back. Oh, is that what you're doing? I started there. Think about it. What's the left doing right now? Well, not even the left. Let's leave the politics out for a second. Will Smith does something. You have a large segment of society that says he's a hero. He's standing up for the lady. And you have another segment of society that was like, he a bitch ass nigga for doing what he did, the way he did it. Yeah. I mean, but and think about it. So with that said, let's get back to what traits make a gentleman. Because if you are a man of honor, are you going to conduct such a spectacle that you bring dishonor to who you are? You see where I'm going? You see what I'm saying? Like, you see where I'm going? Yes, because I'm sitting here now and I'm thinking, like, as a gentleman, and once again, I don't know if I'm a gentleman. You are absolutely a gentleman, my friend. You are absolutely a gentleman, and I can attest to that. Not because of the frivolous bullshit, neither. Because you stand up for people who are being wronged. You lost your career because you stood up for someone who was being wronged. Yes. And I'm sorry, that is a gentlemanly trait at the highest level, brother. So don't try to sell yourself short. We done been in this too long, cuz. Well, I mean, I'm sitting there and I appreciate that. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, you owe me $50. Oh, it's like that. That's 50? Man, come on, I throw that at you right now. Every two, I wish I had this right here. Tell you. But I mean, I'm sitting here now and I'm okay. I mean, I'm really trying to think, like, at what level. All right, so continue to think about it. I'm going to read this chat from last call for insight, man. It would have to start by practice first. I agree. Internally, and then build upon it by learning from someone else externally, because you have to acknowledge it by being valuable first to be able to learn. And you know what? And this is why I like insight, because the brother is deep. The brother is deep. And you can see it here, and it continues. And then be taught by someone else, since you don't know what you don't know. Okay. Outstanding, brother. Outstanding. Last call for insight. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Okay, so was what Will Smith did, was that gentlemanly? Some people would say yes, it was completely. How so? Would say how no. So? Explain. Is it gentlemanly to go up to somebody that you got at least 100, 125 pounds on, right? You know this person ain't gonna do anything, and you make this spectacle. Is that honorable? That's what is there honor and being aggressive towards someone you know can't stand up to you, and you didn't even warn him? That's like Japan. That's some Pearl Harbor shit, bro. He's December 7th the hell out of Chris Rock, bro. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I'm like, there's so many different levels of that. I mean, there's so many. What's up? But hey, I mean, Bones, what's good, brother? Welcome. Yeah. there's so many different levels of that, though. I mean, I can't put this is like I said, you would need, and I bet you if you had 10 women on here, you would literally get 10 different things about what they consider to be a gentleman, because society now has different levels of it. Now, back in the 1700s, like you said, two guys with pistols, they would be like, oh my God, these guys are such gentlemen. But fast forward, I mean, you get, what is it, Yo-Yo back in 93, she might
Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get her, and she might find that she might find the guy that just slapped the dude on the corner because he was wearing some nice shoes that he was mad at him. Oh, he's a gentleman. He defended me because dude looked at my booty. I mean, you see what I'm saying? There's different levels of what people consider a gentleman.
Okay, and this is what I'm gonna ask for you to do, brother. My brother. You know what I'm saying? My airborne brother. I'm gonna ask you to do this for me. Leave women out of it for now.
Yeah, and
this is a man talk. A woman's perspective in this moment right now has no bearing. This is a man discussion, right? So let's not worry about how they feel. And ladies, if you're out there, I am not disregarding your opinion. I am not. But this is what it looks like when men come together.
Yeah. So okay. If you're on that level, then so let's look at the traits I've tried to instill in my men, my boys. Definitely honor. Honor, integrity, humility, confidence. Project strength, and these are the traits I was brought up with. I mean, I think you've been there, or maybe you haven't. I've told you about my dad. He told me when you walk down the hallway, you walk down the middle of the hallway. You don't pick a side.
You're definitely. I'm a bold motherfucker, but boy, you take the cake, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you got that training, and it goes back to what Last Call was saying. Last Call just sent another one in on principle. Yes, but for a man, average or slightly above, not the Will Smith example. If you're willing to risk everything you have, everything you've accomplished, image, family, personal. Right, and it continues. Let me continue on. Freedom, which you talking about, jail time, finance, lawsuit. If you're the only breadwinner, you risk your family. Right, picking your battles. So picking your battles would also be a part of being a gentleman, being smart. So, and to your point, your father taught you, and it goes back to what Last Call was saying. You have to be self-aware first, but then someone's going to have to teach you. Your father taught you, right? Yeah. Shout out to Big Jim. What's up?
You gotta get him on the show. You might not, because
man, let me at least get 1,000 subscribers before I get canceled. Your father, dude, that that will get, man. It's gonna happen. But let me at least. Let me get to a certain point before I lose it all, because I definitely got to get your pops on here. But he taught you, right, valuable lessons on being a man and being a gentleman.
Well, and don't forget, being a man and being a gentleman has changed since we were young.
I would say it's static and it's never changed. I think there is a core.
Well, what society considers has changed.
Just like what I said about women, who gives a fuck about what society says when you're talking about a man? I think a true gentleman, there's a core barrier, like I said, a barrier of entry. And because look at someone like Math Hoffa. Math Hoffa's a battle rapper, right? Comes out of, I want to say, Brooklyn, right? Hardcore dude, hardcore street guy.
Yeah.
But he's worked himself up to a certain position in life where, he's reflective now. I would say Math is a gentleman. Why? Because he has confidence, he has drive, and he's honorable, right? And he's one, like I said, he's one of those guys who believes in accountability. Did anyone teach him that? I don't know. One day, hopefully, I'll be able to get him on the show and ask him. But there are guys in the street who are real street dudes that are gentlemen, and they weren't even taught.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. And that's kind of what I was getting at. There's different ways to look at it. I mean, and what I mean by things are changing is, oh gosh, I'm about to say something that.
Say it. There's 3 people here, man. They can whatever. Say it.
There's a lot of single women out there with kids trying to, with young men, boys trying to make them into men. trying to make them in what they feel a gentleman is. And that, and the way society has changed in the last couple of years, that's become mainstream. That's become more the norm. So you have, and you and I have said this, but look, and it takes a man to raise a man. Okay. It takes a man to raise a gentleman. And I think what we're discussing here is a man and a gentleman are the same thing.
I think I agree with you. It's just one slight difference. It takes a man to raise a man. Absolutely. It takes a gentleman to train a gentleman, because I believe it's training.
And there you go. That's what I'm getting at. And that's why I think that it's such a hard, I think a man and a gentleman, the way we're speaking about it, is the same thing. Okay. A man and a gentleman is the same thing, because I would argue that a man's supposed to be honorable. A man's supposed to be driven. A man and a gentleman are the same thing. And in a man's eyes, that's why I keep going back to the woman thing, because a woman has a different idea of what she feels. Like I said, a man, I think when a man walks in the room, a true man or a true gentleman should be able to command that room.
But I'm with you up until a point. I would say the distinction between a man, as you were describing a man, and a gentleman is the honor part. I think a gentleman is bound by his honor, whereas most men are not. Most men are not. So with that said,
well, okay, wait, hold on. Does that make you a man if you're not bound by honor? Are you still considered to be a man?
Absolutely, you're still a man.
I think you're a male. I think you're a male. I don't think you're a man, in my opinion. I mean, if I can't look you in the eye, shake your hand, because all you got is your word, right? All you got is your name. And if I can't look you in the eye and shake your hand and know it's a done deal, then you know what? Then you're not. I don't consider you a man in my eyes.
Shout out to Andrew Tate.
That's me, and that's how I was raised. Though.
That's not just you. Shout out to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate says the exact same thing. You've never met him. That's the guy that you was like, oh, that looks like Pitbull.
That's right, Versace.
Here's the thing.
On the side note, man, look, Nan tried to get me in a Versace, man. We was up in Caesars. I said, I ain't wearing that shit. Do I look like a Miami drug dealer? I ain't putting that shit on. But she did give me some shades though. So,
right. I don't even like Versace. I wear Prada. I don't even like Versace shades. But here's the thing though, and that's another thing too. You are the type of person, like Marvin says, clothes don't make the man. The man makes the clothes. So you can rock out whatever you rocking out. You know me, I'll rock out whatever I rock out. I don't give a shit about brand names.
Yeah, you see,
but getting back to like what Andrew Tate said, all you have in this world is your name.
Yes.
And it's funny because I know for a fact you don't know Andrew Tate. I only met him once, right? And I know for a fact you don't listen to him because you only listen to what I send you about people and him. And I haven't really sent you anything on Andrew Tate. Yeah, but if you were to meet him, you would say that's a gentleman. That is a gentleman. Even though he is vocal about what he does or whatever, he is still a gentleman. And I think that's the distinction between a man and a gentleman. And if you don't have honor, are you still a man? Yes, you're still a man, but you're not a gentleman.
I disagree with that. I think,
but in my mind, let me tell you why I say that. This is how I do. This is what I envision in my head. I envision royalty, nobles, and serfs. That's what I envision. When I look at you, when it's me or Andrew Tate or all these other men that out there that I respect, I see them as nobles, dukes, Dutch, like the duke, the baron, the king, the prince. That's what I see. That's what I see. And I see the guy who has no honor, whatever, he's the serf. That's the pawn.
See,
you know what I mean?
It's funny. You're sitting there, and in my head, I was kind of trying to visualize that. The whole crew. Mike Jones, the Mike Jones we know, not that crazy cat with the gold fronts, but the Mike Jones the attorney, the chemical engineer, and the pilot, Mike Jones. That brother.
Wait, and the shooter. He's a hitter.
Mike's a hitter. Yeah.
What up? Shout out to you, Mike. You a hitter. You my man.
Mike,
you my man.
But I said Marvin. I look at us like knights. When you were talking about that, I was like, nah, not the kings, not the queens, not the nobles, the knights.
But the knights are noble. To be a knight, to be knighted makes you noble. That's what I mean. We're on the same page, brother.
Okay.
And look, last call for insight has something for you at JSwans. I think that it is a good point, but maybe not commanding the room. I would think as a gentleman, people in the room will have respect towards you to shake your or to want to shake your hand. I don't think.
Okay. Let me clarify what I said then. What I mean commanding the room, that's what I mean. I mean, you're the cat that walks in the room and people, they want to know who you are. They want to come see you. They want to shake your hand. You know, you walk in the room. It's not that you're in the room. You're the loudest person in the room.
But he finished it up.
Yeah.
You see where he finishes up the last part. Respect is commanded. It is, and that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying you walk in the room and you just start talking. And everybody's like, "Oh, God, this guy controls the room." Nah. When I say command the room, is you walk in and everybody pauses.
Right. Like I said, he said respect is commanded. Yeah. It is earned by the people who want to rock with you, which is what you're saying right there.
Exactly. And you know, and I don't know if that's a trait because, like I said, we've been around. You know, I mean, we surprisingly the things that we've done in our lives, man, and the circles we've moved in. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, think about this. Like, okay, the whole the National Black Coalition, being the regional president of that. I mean, I shocked myself at that one, and that was just because I was
always, you was pissed,
irritated.
Look, somebody told you couldn't do something. It's like, fuck, man. I hope no one says you can't go to Mars, because next thing you know, we'll be on our way to Mars. Yeah. Han, what's up, brother? Salute to you, brother. Thank you. Fresh and Fit fam up in here heavy tonight. Thank y'all for real. I appreciate that. Y'all see what I'm doing, man? I'm trying to earn myself an interview on the platform. I'm working my way up to the platform, y'all. Putting in the work. Shout out to Rich Cooper. You know what I mean? But no, continue, bro.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, because and I realized in those circles, like, it's funny because the further up I would move, the more I'd have conversations with my dad about how to operate in these circles. Because when I became that president, I was like the youngest. And like I said, I wasn't president because I really wanted it. I was president because somebody told me it wasn't my turn and I can't do it.
Right.
And that was being president of like the whole West Coast, the Western region, the Western half of the U.S.
and you brought my ass in as the hitman.
Yeah, because I didn't want to, I don't like people. And that's always been my thing is, and we've been around each other like this. I go and I stand in the corner. I don't want to be bothered, but people want to come over and talk. And those are things that I've learned because, okay, when I said the whole, you walk down the middle of the hallway, you don't pick a side. Now that I'm older, I understand my dad meant that metaphorically.
Right. But you literally doing that shit everywhere you went.
Do that.
To this day.
Yes. And I don't even think about it, and I make people get out of my way. And surprisingly, people do. Most people do.
Most people will. People don't want that. They don't want that smoke. But here's the thing.
But the thing is, I'm not doing it. I mean, I'll be sitting there holding their hand laughing. I'm not doing it aggressively. It's become such a habit now that it's just naturally do it. Now, there are guys that don't get out of the way. And just coming from Vegas, you know how it can be crowded there. And I'm doing the same thing. And me and his brother literally on the street, walked up to each other. And it was funny because I'm not even looking, I'm talking in there. And I look up and he's right there and he was like surprised. And all we did was, just give each other some love and keep moving.
But you say you're not doing it aggressively, but I would argue at 6'4", 260 some odd pounds, it's aggressive, brother, whether you intend for it to be or not. Just keeping it 100. And as a dude, as a dude who came up the way I came up, right? If you're gonna do that, and I told you this a long time ago, like I don't care. But if you're gonna do that, understand we might have to get down. And that goes back to being a gentleman.
There you go.
Right? Gentlemen, back in the day, gentlemen fought wars and they fought from the front. It's one of the things I always say when I send in like super chats or wherever the Fresh and Fit when they're doing their shows. I always say keep leading from the front.
Yes.
And people don't understand what I mean and how that is a compliment, bro, because you lead from the front. Yeah. I lead from the front. We're not in the rear with the gear. We're not back at headquarters in another country. We're right there.
Yeah, you can't ask people to do things that you're not willing to do yourself.
Not just willing to do, but you haven't already done yourself.
Yes.
Again, traits. These are traits to be. That's when you get into an expanded list. But I'm trying to break it down to like 3 or 4.
I'm sitting there thinking now. I mean, even leading from the front and doing these things, but you have to be humble enough in your actions to be able to push those around you forward, so they know that they're appreciated, understood, and they respect you for it. because
Agreed.
you sit there and they're like, okay, remember I told you how when I was working as a manager, I got this edict. Edict is a things they want you to do in government that said that they wanted me to give a compliment. Like as a manager, they wanted you to give your employees a compliment every day, at least one compliment a day.
But let's keep it real. Bullshit compliments.
Well, I thought so, but they wanted them to feel appreciated. So they wanted you to give at least one compliment a day. And now, my thing is that's stupid. All right. If you do something comment worthy or compliment worthy, then yes, I'll give you a compliment. So what I would do is I literally would go upstairs and pick out somebody and say, hey, you got nice shoes. And I would walk away. And everybody would laugh and this and that. And I say, hey, look, I got to give you guys one compliment a day. And I would do stuff like that because when I gave a real compliment, people respected it.
Right. And if you water it down because someone wants to come out and dude, when we were at Bragg, this is before you got to the unit. By this time, I think you were probably like in basic training or some shit like this. Man, we came home from the war. No, I take that back. This is before I got deployed. I'm at Bragg waiting to go. I'm waiting to go forward to join the unit. A guy I went to airborne school with, his name was Fuller. Real cool dude. Shout out to you, Fuller. You know what I mean? He wasn't even in our unit, another unit. He was like, yo, man, I got an AAM, an Army Achievement Medal for shining my boots. Real shit. He like, I got an AAM, because he went to his unit. He stayed in garrison. It was me and maybe, 20 others that were going forward. He stayed in garrison. He was like, yo, man, I got an AAM. He was laughing when he said it. I got an AAM for shining my boots. And that goes to your point right there when you're talking about I'm gonna go up here and give y'all compliments. If you're giving everybody bullshit compliments, it doesn't mean anything. If you're in leadership.
Here's a funny one, and I gotta get Pickney on here. He showed up after you left. I gotta get Pickney. Sergeant Major Pickney, he just retired.
Hell yeah, we gotta get Pickney on there.
Yeah, he was but he was like E3 or 4 with us when we were there. And he told Naya this story just recently. And he was like, nah, I know your husband is like the coolest cat around. He said, because he was, I was getting ready to go to Korea and they gave me an AAM. And he goes, they gave me an AAM. You stood up there at attention. You got the medal. They dismissed everybody. You walked over, put it on the hood of your car and drove off. And he said, and he goes, and the commander stopped in the parking lot and said, hey, you dropped your medal. And you said, and then kept driving. And, and he said later on, we're back at your apartment and we're all drinking, talking about it. And Pickney goes, we're drinking. And I asked you, like, how you just going to leave your medal? And you said, because it was for bullshit. What's the point of it?
Right.
And he said, that stuck with me through my whole career.
Right. Everything I wore on my chest, I fucking earned. Every one. Every fucking medal I got, I earned. And if it was like something like that, don't give me a AAM. If you're going to give me an ARCOM if you're just going to give me some shit. Give me a Bronze Star.
No, give me a $500 cash bonus.
Take that. If you're going to just give me some shit. Whiskey Earn, what's good, brother? Welcome, man. Welcome. We in here talking big shit tonight. I'm here with my man, JSwans. We served together in the United States Army Airborne. And then after I got out, he went on to fucking Ranger Battalion. Bastard. Could have told me he was going to do that. Maybe I would have re-enlisted. Yeah, maybe I wanted to be Ranger.
My feet are still tore up now.
Yeah, I probably, it would have been tough. But that's.
But yeah. I mean, like I said, we're back and forth about this, but I think we're on the same page and we're just saying different things. We're all in the same room messing with it. We all know what the traits are because I believe that we're all gentlemen that are here.
Okay. So, okay. And you know what? I'll rock with you that. Jay Bones, you welcome, brother. You know what I'm saying? We did it for we did it for various reasons, but you know what? Thank you for the thank you for thanking me for our service.
Bones, thank you. And if you would like to send some alcohol, I prefer Remy.
Let me get it built up first before you start asking people for drinks. You know what I mean? Because then I'm gonna have to figure out something. Nah, I get it. I get it.
Remy XO.
Yeah, and Whiskey Yarn, good to see you. Thank you both for your service, and thank you, brother. Yo, thanks for coming over and supporting us, man. Like, you see what we doing? We putting in the work, man. We doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Put my red pill hat on for a second. Oh. Shout out to Rich Cooper. No, and this is what I mean by red pill. Shout out to Rich Cooper. You got to do the work. There are no cheat codes. I'm not asking for nothing. Just allow me.
Right. There used to be cheat codes. It used to be Drakkar and some gin, some naughty head. It used to be the cheat code.
Yeah, Jenna make it sin, baby. Jenna make it sin.
Put on that Jakar, boy. Get you some Jakar Walmart.
Yo, much love from Ghana. What's up, man? I ain't been there yet, but I plan to go. I hear good things. I got a cousin in Ghana right now. She's sending me pictures back. I cannot believe how amazing Ghana is.
Naya's girlfriend, her hairdresser, it goes back and forth. She was actually trying to, to get us to go this last trip. Cognac. There you go.
Hey, that's what I'm drinking. I'm about to go. I'm about to leave this screen. I'm about to put you on the screen by yourself so I can fill up. Because look, I'm out. I need some more.
There you go. You know what's crazy? This is how we talk normally. Like this ain't like
we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this for the show. And as a matter of fact, we screwing up because we have a whole bullet point. We ain't even halfway through yet. We're an hour and 15 minutes in. Only got 45 minutes left.
And the thing was because Naya, she's already gone and laid down and gone to bed. But because you know what stops me? Naya walk in and give me a kiss and be like, "Yo, time to go." And I'd be like, "Yo, wrap it up."
Yeah, J Bones got the Jameson. He a Jameson kind of guy. That's a good whiskey. I'm not a whiskey guy, but I do have some pretty decent whiskey. And I'm about to go buy a bottle of Jameson from my bar for those. You know what I mean? You say Jameson where he started too, J Bones.
You know what my favorite is, right? I got two.
Boone's Farm.
Nah, bro. Come on, I'm better than that. My two are You're Buying and Free. Those are my two favorite liquors.
Man, American brothers making money in Ghana. Yo, J Bones, we're gonna have to talk about that one day, bro. I've never been to Africa as a civilian. Yeah. I've never been to that continent as a civilian. So it's a different world. It's one thing when you're seeing the world through the sights of your weapon. It's quite different when you're seeing the world through your glasses.
It's one thing when you're an adult seeing it.
Yeah, and that's that's another big thing.
Think about that, man. We've been all over these places, and all we did was try to chase women. Like
we caught some.
Yeah, it's true.
We didn't just chase now. We caught some.
Nah, I know what you're talking about.
Godzuki.
Woo. Okay. Yeah, see, that's one that we pay for that there, boy. Cause that one there. You know how everybody's got to take an L. Just look. This is one of the sayings that Don taught me when I was a young pup. You can't always hit a home run. Sometimes you got to bunt.
Yeah, but ain't nobody. Sometimes you gotta get hit with the ball. He got beamed with this one, bro. He ain't even bunt. He just got hit in the head with this one.
Boy, hey, they can't all be superstars, bro. Reach your pocket, you're gonna have a couple nickels with them dimes. You feel me?
Boy, ooh-wee. And I'm here to tell you, he took it like a champ. Took it like a champ. Why? Because we're AIRBORNE. Every day, all the way. And that's what he did. Godzuki got on, bro. She got on.
Think about that. All that drama was for some biscuits in the chow hall, bro.
Hey, man, but them good biscuits, man. You got the extra biscuits. You got the best pick now.
Hey,
come on.
Boys, that's not true. Paratroopers get all the girls. Fix that.
Yeah. Airborne get all the girls. Ask your army friends. This is a song. Mama told Sally not to go downtown. Too many airborne hanging around. People sing about our exploits, not to be bragging. And y'all thought that Andrew Tate was full of himself. Oh, get me in a room with some cognac and some paratroopers. Oh Lord. Yeah, I might have Andrew Tate in there blushing. Shout out to you, Cobra Tate.
Hey, Janet Jackson. Remember that one?
Oh yeah. Hey, remember Too Freaky? That was Griff. Shout out to Griff, bro. I didn't think you could pull that.
You know what's sad? You know what's really sad though? Like we don't even remember their names. They got code names. Like
they got code names. Yeah, we can't say the real names. There's stuff going on because we're gentlemen. Because we're gentlemen, it's the honorable thing to do not to use their real names.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking more like because I don't want to find out that there's some big headed kid running around.
Yo, we got Algeria in the house, man. Africa is overrated. Yo, don't start no drama in here, man. I don't want y'all in here tripping. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? I don't want them in here tripping. Algeria, cuz.
Vietnam, fool.
Yeah, Ghana, blood. Yo, don't be tripping. It's all love here. I want to go to both. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to both. You know what I mean?
Who's got cheaper drinks?
And that's Lamar. Thank you very much, brother, for coming through. Who got cheaper drinks? Shit, it don't matter. You rich, bro.
Dang,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe not rich.
Wait, hold on. Interesting.
No, Airborne's what is that, baby?
Airborne spelled with all capital letters.
Yeah, don't ever do that again, J Bones. We might have to come see you, bro. Yeah. Don't fuck around now. We gotta get serious.
Yo, get the list out.
Yeah, matter of fact, next time you type in Airborne, you better be standing up while you typing. We take this shit serious, homie.
Man, when I was trolling somebody in one of them news things, them news feeds, so
yo,
before you talk smack to me.
yo, y'all don't understand this man that y'all looking at on the split screen. He goes out in the conservative world and fucks with white people heavy to the point where they get so mad. He just sits there and fucks with them so bad. It's hilarious, man.
It's so natural to me. Look at where I moved to. Think about that. I moved in here messing with these people like that.
Yeah. He lives in like this really exclusive neighborhood, like an hour north of Tampa. You know what I mean? Old rich white folks and like athletes, right? Only black people in there, like athletes and stuff like that. And he comes in there, bro. Every time I go up there, first of all, I have a problem getting through the gate. It got to a point where now when I come through there, they say my last name. You know what I mean? They see me coming. There's no drama. I'm like, what happened? Like, oh, Nair had to talk to somebody. I'm like, what? His wife had to talk. Probably done got 4 or 5 people fired. Them poor white folks up there. I feel so bad for them.
Man, you know what's crazy when you come to the gate and they say you must be here for the Swansons. That's what
absolutely, yeah, and they know that shit. Oh, you want to Swan? Leave him alone. Whiskey Earn, we'll have a drink with Andrew Tate at the Fresh and Fit 1 million party. Absolutely, and I'll be there. I'll have a table. I'll be right there. Y'all know how I get down. There's nowhere in the world I'll miss that. What are we about? Less than 400,000 away, man. So get your people to go sub over there.
But yeah,
hey, we got no water down here. That's terrible, man.
Yo, what's up with the list, man? You had a whole thing.
I do. We got like 15 minutes. We're gonna have to. I'm just getting these chats done. We're gonna have to power through. So showing love, Fresh and Fit. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody who's coming through for real. I really appreciate it. Y'all coming through, showing love, because that's how we're supposed to be. That's how we get down. At DL saying, I really want to know podcast. Do you guys have a Cash App? No. Next show I'll put one up.
I got a Cash App. Let me put
next show I'll put one up. I'll put one up. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm hesitant to do it last call, because to me, really, it's not even about that. I really want to. I just want you guys to see a certain aspect, a certain type of black guy. See how we rock. You know what I mean? We're definitely gonna do it because there's at the end of the day, I do want to get more equipment. I want to update and all that. So I'll put that on there. So it'll be like the next show. And thank you for offering. I'm gonna put it up next show for sure.
I'll tell you, you know what's cool though? It's like, this is how we really are. Like, this
J Bones came through. Look, J Bones came through.
Oh, there you go. Good looking out. All right. you earned it. You earned another day.
You can sit down now. You can sit down now, bro.
There you go. But no, this is how we really are. I mean, like, it's funny because people be like, y'all don't really act like this. No, this is legit how we are. I mean, like I said, we go to the clubhouse up here. Oh, speaking of, man, they got Hennessy up there now.
Word?
Yeah, I mean, because every time I go, I'm like, yo, can I get some Hennessy? Well, James, not a lot of people drink it. Well, there will be.
Well, I guess I'll be coming to visit then.
No doubt, But that's that's right. Well, he gonna do that anyway, bro.
Yeah, I gotta bring a bottle.
He gonna do that. Yeah, we gotta exchange some things.
Yeah, it's like I gotta bring the XO too. It costs a lot of money to be his friend, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, it costs a lot of money to be Naya's friend.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So I guess, I guess all those weapons and ammunition was for Naya. Nah.
Yeah, that's for security, bro.
It costs a lot of money to be your friends.
What did my man say? What did my man say? He said, what the last call say? You got to be able to give up everything and for your whole family. Yeah. So I ain't mad at you. Comes, everybody coming to see me though. Everybody laughing, but when the revolution comes.
Yeah. When the revolution comes, I know what a rally point is. I'm telling y'all now, I know what a rally point is. You know what I mean? So if we ever do a real paywall on Patreon, we'll tell you what a rally point is.
There you go. Like I said, like when the revolution come, light-skinned brothers and dark-skinned brothers, we all gonna come together.
Hey, I tell you what, I know. Look, we stay at the range, so you need to understand that. We ain't been there lately because somebody. We'll get into that later. All right, so here's the deal. We started out with a whole structured out show. We only got barely halfway through it. We're not going to make it all the way through. We just don't have enough time. We got about 30 minutes left. So this is what we're going to do. Right. This is what we're going to do. Because we had the top 3 traits that make you a simp.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what I was trying to get to before we went way off on this tangent. We kind of
make you a simp?
Simp. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. You go ahead, man. That ain't in my orbit.
Well, we're going to skip over that. We're going to skip over that. And we're going to get to where you wanted to go to, right? Let me make some notes here. We're going to get to where you want to get to because you were in Vegas when it happened and you wanted to jump on, and it's my fault. I didn't send you the link. I should have. The slap. We're gonna talk about the slap a little bit. I know it's kind of like yesterday's news, but I know you wanted to talk about it.
You should have hit the slap button. What's the one you did on I mean, sound like a gay wrestling match.
It's real.
Yo. Man, look, man. Yo, man, why Will do Pookie like that?
I do. So we're gonna last call. I was going to say the next time we meet your friend, okay, for a drink. Yeah, I think I put that up there already. We got some laughs in here, and then can you restart the stream? It'll restart automatically when we stop it. You'll be able to not restart it, but you'll be able to watch it. It automatically goes up. You know what I mean? And pause. Absolutely pause. He be on some, because he don't care. He's like, whatever, man. I got mine. I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it.
So absolutely pause like a mud sucker.
He talking about we should keep going.
Right. Pause.
No, we ain't doing that because we older now. The bladders are smaller. You got to get up.
Yeah. Like, restart the stream for another. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to switch plans. There's another plan where you can pretty much go unlimited with the streams. And that's what pretty much everyone who's on out there, that's what they're doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over and I'll get it. So we'll definitely have it for the next one. Because I definitely want to keep it live and just keep it rocking. So look, we're gonna jump to the slap. We're gonna jump to the slap. Now, so this I want to show something with reference to the slap. I want to show something here. This was something that I saw on Math Hoffa's podcast, and it's my expert opinion. If you guys aren't familiar, go over there and check that out. Math Hoffa, battle rapper out of New York, solid dude. Go check that out. Go subscribe because there's some really good stuff on there. And it takes place in the barbershop. It's real. You know what I mean? It's real. So I just wanted to share this with y'all, this little bit here, and yeah,
the whole screen up. I was trying to go. Man, all
right, I'll put the whole string up. Go ahead.
Go get some liquor, man.
Go get some liquor.
Yeah, go do that.
But hold on, I need you to hear this. Will you be able to hear this while you're getting your liquor? Okay.
Look, man, just do what you do. Come on now. Man.
So here it is. Y'all check this out.
Cardi B would have went through. That didn't get her record label. That didn't get her to where she's at right now. Her making some type of other moves got her there. She didn't swing off the pole and get that deal. And we already know that because she was on Love and Hip Hop and all of that other stuff. She was making proper moves, prior to that. It wasn't living the life of tricking niggas, inside the club.
They got you to where you got. They got you to where you are.
You know what I'm saying? All that. And if anything, that was a nightmare part of your life. That was a nightmare part of your life. Tell the world. Why do y'all promote to these little girls? Y'all got pictures of y'all tongues on each other, promoting some whole other stuff, and then promoting to the little girls to get dudes for their bags and their money. I mean, where are we going with this? Harlots have destroyed kings. So you trying to destroy me? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the fact. Harlots destroy kings.
So and that's the part I really wanted to jump in there. What he was saying, harlots destroy kings, loose women. Shit. I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts on that?
That's real shit. You know what I mean? Like Ned got us these T-shirts, and it takes a king to catch a queen. And I believe that works both ways. I mean, it's you get a bad woman, she can ruin your life. She really can. You get a good one. Like I will admit. I mean, I say this all the time, man. Without Ned, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't be.
I could co-sign that. I saw it.
Where I am.
I could co-sign that. Yeah.
And because she's a queen. And back to that point about walking in a room and commanding a room, commanding that level of respect in a room. I would argue with anybody that Naya does that. Naya walks in the room, everybody turns their head to look.
Two things I want to say about that. First, you see what I put on the screen there? You see that chat? Fresh and Fit say that all the time. What Myron Gaines says, it takes a king to anoint a queen. He always says that.
See,
you know what I mean? It takes a high value man, a top tier man, to co-sign a high value woman, which is kind of similar to what you're saying right here. The second point I wanted to say, and this is something that Andrew Tate says all the time, and this is something I've always believed because my father used to tell me this. You have to have, if you have an elegant, noble woman by your side when you walk into the room, that woman is always going to take control of that room. All eyes are going to be on that woman. And what Andrew Tate was saying is that's what differentiates you as a gentleman, as a noble, from the serfs. Because here's the thing. You can be a regular dude, a serf, and be a billionaire, right? Yeah. You could be a nerd with a lot of money, and what it takes is you just a nerd with a lot of money, right? Because those guys can't get that woman that you have. And what do you have, right? What do you have from that woman that they can't get? Burning desire. Shout out to Rollo Tomasi. So that again, it's me with my red hat on. I just want to show y'all with the red pill work, the red pill lens. These things that they're teaching you, I've seen in real life. So go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I've told these kids, the most. I mean, you'll go out, you'll spend $1 million on a house or whatever. You'll spend, $1 million on a car. You'll go buy the nicest watch, the nicest jewelry. But the one piece that everybody will see is your lady. And they'll look at her like she's a slut and they want to fuck. Or they'll look at her like, damn, what in the world? Like, they don't even know. Like I said, my son, once again, got little girls chasing him. And he turned one girl, he sent me a picture. That little girl was bad too. The one that was wearing like the half shirt and all this, looked like a little, little hoochie, whatever. Mm-hmm. He was like, he said, Dad, I can't talk to her. She said, she's not like my mom. I mean, there's a certain energy that certain women project.
She ain't noble, right? Exactly. And that's just what it is. So, and there's one real quick video I wanted to play right here. So check this out.
What's this?
How are you going to be Will Smith, man? You were like one of the most liked men in the world. Who hated Will Smith? Everyone liked Will Smith. You like Will Smith? Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, everyone likes Will Smith. And now you're just, yeah, you fucked him. Oh, for 4 years. Fucking hell.
Shout out to Cobra Tate, right? And that's from his podcast. So, and I'm pretty sure if anybody's watching this, they already know what's up with Cobra Tate. You know what I mean? So here's what I wrote in my notes. Right. 1 second. You see, I'm still trying to learn how to work this stuff. Here's what I wrote in my notes.
Crop top. Exactly.
Here's what I wrote. Yeah, here's what I wrote in my notes. So we already tackled the first one. Can a woman destroy a man, slant a man's kingdom? And we've already agreed that absolutely she can. Wholeheartedly. So that brings us to my next note. Is there any way for Will Smith to make this right?
No. I mean,
no way at all?
In my eyes, no. Now, in society's eyes, I mean, bro, like
we ain't talking about society. Fuck society. We ain't talking about women. This is man talk right here.
Eyes, no. You walked in there and you smacked another man. You smacked another brother. Sucker punched another brother. Let's break this down completely, right? And I sent you that long ass text earlier.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, this punk, okay? He's an action hero. He plays an action hero. All right. He went on stage. He went to a show known for the comedians cracking on the actors and actresses. Okay, it wasn't like Chris Rock just out of the blue did this. He went on a show knowing this was going to happen. Okay, this stuff happens. Chris Rock cracked on his wife, which I thought the joke was kind of funny, personally.
And so did Will. He laughed at it.
Yes. But Will Smith got up because he was mad at that joke. He got up, walked up on stage, and smacked his brother. All right? Where was all that fire at when Austin was smashing your lady? Where was all that fire at when Austin was up in your house, playing, I don't know, basketball with your son, eating your food, drinking your liquor,
getting topped off by your woman and smashing your woman in your bed.
And then and then rolling up in your life's room, up in your bedroom, you know what I mean, doing this business. And then you're gonna sit down like you did something, and then shout, "Keep your wife's name out your mouth." Bruh, maybe you should have told Austin to keep his dick out your wife's mouth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and look, first of all, Will wouldn't have pulled that shit in a comedy club in West Philly. He wouldn't have pulled that shit anywhere where he might have got his ass kicked. Instead, he pulled that shit on the whitest show in the world, in front of the world to see. He basically is a buffoon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He went ahead and he played out every stereotype for the world to see, and then walked back with his arms swinging like he did something.
Yeah, like he did something.
You know, and I've had people say to me, well, he was defending his wife. Well, first of all, if you was a real boss and something like that went down, I'm gonna smile at you and just I'll talk to you later. We're gonna talk later. We're not gonna do this here. Okay? We're gonna talk later. Nah, Will did that shit where he could get away with it. And quietly, Jada gave him the nod. That dude was laughing. He thought it was funny. Jada gave him the nod. Said, you know what, we'll go up there and handle that. I'll let you be the man tonight.
Which is pretty much the consensus of, half the world.
Well,
half the world is saying what you're saying, and the other half is saying that he was great. So, like, last call for insight, can he pull it out the fire? And he's like, yes, it will take time, start over from square one.
But what is square one though?
But not guaranteed.
No.
Right, and that's what's up. And then Whiskey earned Will Smith definitely is a punk.
I mean,
you know
Lou,
what I mean?
Let me take it back here, Lou. Fuck all the DL. Let's Lou. All right.
I said that in my very first episode. Like, you could tell where people know me from. If they call me Lou, that's the military person. So if they watch my catalog, they know what it is.
Yeah, Lou do. That's another level.
Hey, that's another episode.
No doubt.
Another episode.
But no, think about this, man. Just imagine, put me in that situation. Okay. If somebody, bro, like I've never had to say to anybody, keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Right.
But everybody knows, keep my wife's name out their mouth. You know what I mean? Everybody knows. And just you ain't got to prove nothing.
It's not even a thing. It's not even something we even discuss.
Thank you. But the difference is because I have a queen, and I will argue that she made me a king. And that you not to disrespect that. You know what lengths I will go to for my lady. And that's the difference. Okay. We'll let another boy come in his house and smash his lady. And the only way, and everybody's argument is, well, he's having mental issues. He's had a mental breakdown. Okay. You know what? Well, maybe then Will needs to go back to the school of how to be a man. Or
how to be a gentleman. You know what I mean? Like I said, we never got into the top three. We never got into the simp part, but that's what it's gonna lead to. Last call was talking about it would have to be a rebrand. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The joke wasn't even that bad. That's right. You know what I mean? Right. Chris Rock's about to hit the gym. Hold up. Tony Rock about to fucking go find Will. Bro. I don't know if y'all saw that shit, but his brother looking for him.
Yeah, for real, bro. Check this out. Chris Rock ain't got to hit the gym. Will went up there, sucker punched, basically sucker slapped him, I guess you would call it. Chris didn't go down. What's Chris, 150 pounds soaking wet?
But I think you gave him 10 pounds.
There you go. Will hit him open-handed. Chris just came back up smiling. Quietly, it'd been real funny if Chris would have been, that's all you got, Will? Once you set Jada up.
But Chris was like, really, over that joke? I mean, he was just kind of like, he wasn't worried about the blow. He was like, are you serious, cuz? Over that? You know what I could have said? That's
exactly. But bro, if I was a comic, see this is like, okay, like I've seen the different things from comics back and forth online, and and they're kind of debating what they want to do, right? If I was a comic right now, man, I would go all in on Jada and Will. Just because they made comics' life difficult.
They are. They're gonna. You're not gonna. They're gonna. You got to go to the clubs now. If I was on stage, that first 15 minutes would be just that.
Yep, I would go all in.
First 15 minutes. I wouldn't give a fuck. If I was in LA at the Comedy Store or wherever, first 15 minutes, I hope some of his people in here. Bring your ass up here. You know what I mean? So like, and J Bone say Will is weird. Yeah, he is.
He is.
You know what I mean? He would have never done that to Dave Chappelle or Bernie Mac. Absolutely, Whiskey. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't have done that to anybody else.
Dave Chappelle from Ohio, right? He got hitters, right?
Shit, no. Dave got into the gym for whatever reason. He got swole after he came back from Africa.
Oh, you mean when the Illuminati cloned him and sent him back?
Yeah, absolutely. So he didn't let him. What we got here? He didn't let him. He let her stay after doing that. That's the issue. Exactly. She did it and let her stay. And I was gonna get to that. I was definitely gonna get to that. And then the cosign for Whiskey, that's true. You know what I mean? And Andrew Schultz went in on him. Yes, he did. You know what I mean? Andrew Schultz. I gotta give it to Andrew a little bit. Andrew, a comedian. He's a big time comedian. And the thing with Schultz, as a comedian, here's the thing with Andrew Schultz. I'm not mad at Andrew when our people went to their platform behind that China doll, whoever the hell that bullshit that ratchet chick was.
Oh, the one where they don't date black women?
Right.
Yeah.
Because Schultz was really trying to get to the bottom of it. And I'm preaching to the choir here. Everybody in this chat know what time it is. But I got to get Andrew props for at least trying to get that conversation going and at least attempting to see where they're coming from.
You know, look, part of being a man or a gentleman or whatever.
Gentleman.
If you're going to say something, own it. Own it. You know, and if you're wrong, admit it. You know, and like I said, he gave him the opportunity. Like, all right, well, what y'all trying to say? So, I mean, I respect that. But
and it's not you, brother. That's my reading.
I was gonna say, don't worry, it's third grade grammar. He read it second grade.
Yeah, I read it second grade, bro. It's Cincinnati Public Schools, bro. It was me all the way. It wasn't you. You good. You good. Trust me.
But no, I mean, he look, man. Like I said, if I was a comedian, I would go all in. I mean, Will made his bed. Look, that fool, his wife smashed his son's friend, and then put him on her show and talked to him about it.
Right. It would have been one thing if we're gonna deal with this behind closed doors, but you're gonna drag my ass out. Absolutely zero respect. So, and that brings me to the next point.
Well, I respect Bill Clinton. At least Bill Clinton was like, I didn't have no sexual relations.
I did not have. He held his frame.
Bruh.
So I would. Here's our next point. Should Will leave Jada?
It's too late. And do what? He could find the baddest chick. The most simple. I mean, and he's still gonna be that punk that Jada. Look, if Will leaves Jada gonna fuck all Will's friends. If she ain't already done it. I mean,
she's already done it. We know about Austin, but it's like, how many of the other? Did she sit him down and run through the list? Like, I done smashed all these dudes. Maybe Chris Rock was on that list.
Like, how can there is no way? What's he gonna do? Come back and like it was MC Hammer went from wearing hammer pants to gangster rapping?
Yeah.
Is he gonna
bumps
be
in
like
the trunk? Bumps. Yeah. Here's the thing, and the thing with Hammer was a real dude. He should have started hard. But once you went to the balloon pants, you can't go back.
Hey, bro, when Taco Bell said we'll pay you $30 million,
I'd have put them on too.
Damn pants too.
I'd have put them on too.
For real.
I'd have put them on too. I'd have hit some licks in them pants.
But what's Will gonna do? Like, I mean, once again, like I think in our community, Will done lost a lot of credibility. I mean, he was already kind of teetering on it, but in our community, he lost a lot of credibility. Now, white folks, they still gonna fuck with him.
Not all of them. Because you have white men who are gentlemen, and you have white men who are just the men that are just serfs. Like I said, we didn't get into the simp part. But here's the thing: Will Smith, like, it's like, my opinion is this: is Will Smith a gentleman? I would say he plays one on TV, but is he a gentleman? No. Not pulling this shit.
Bro, think about this: at the Oscars, they stood up and applauded him, standing ovation.
Yep.
Right there. White people, I mean, look, well, first of all, Will Smith, he was black, but I wouldn't consider Will Smith like a black actor. You know what I mean? Like Denzel is a black actor, does black movies. You know what I mean? Will Smith doesn't. You know, Will Smith does, silly movies like, Men in Black. Wesley Snipes is a black actor. That's right. But now that's the reason why Will Smith makes so much money, though. He's like rap. NWA wasn't making no money till white people started buying these stuff. Right. And then they started slapping labels on stuff. That's Will Smith. Okay. And Will Smith is likable. He's like, he's a happy-go-lucky, friendly guy. He's the Fresh Prince.
He's safe.
Even when he was rapping, he wasn't like that. Now, he grew up in West Philly. Now, I don't know if he was, I don't know if he was out there, in the streets like that, but he was the likable, nice guy.
Yeah, and that says he should have dipped when she first embarrassed him. Absolutely,
Yes.
He should have dropped her ass like she was hot. Absolutely. And here we go. Here, Keanu Reeves is a gentleman. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And you know what? Know what else? Keanu Reeves moves in silence. Gentlemen's move in silence.
Right.
Don't nobody know what Keanu's doing. He just shows up with a movie. Like, all right, I'm out.
I bet you Keanu banged Jada. I bet you he ran up in that.
Bro, I bet you this cat over here at the Shell gas station probably hit that too.
Hey man, I mean, she just but if you choose that, if
your catalog, hold on, Zach, you was down there.
I didn't smash. I've seen her a couple times. See, when she went out, and it's the thing about LA, y'all. Like, yeah, I saw Jada when she was out and about. Real talk. But she kept a circle of lesbians around her wherever she went. Right. So she would go, because there was a point where, I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all know, but Jada went through this phase where she was doing like spoken word slant.
Yeah, trying to be relevant.
Music, right. She was singing with neo soul type music. Yeah. And she was hitting all the joints, all the small little cool joints in LA. Insider stuff. Like tourists didn't know about these joints. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, one was called like the Buddha Lounge and Little Buddha and little shit like that, doing hotel cafe.
I go to the Booty Lounge down.
Well, but hear me out. Jada was out there, but she kept herself surrounded by like lesbians. Not that anybody was worried about them, like Tristan Tate says, man, girls ain't got hands. You ain't worried about chicks. You know what I'm saying? But
hold on. That chick for Saturday Night Live, was it the Leslie, the big sister?
Big Les, I know Big Les, man. Big Les ain't got hands like that, bro.
She look, all take is one.
I'm just saying she ain't got hands like that, but she big for a woman and she knocking out any chick. Hey. She ain't got hands like that, man. I know Big Les. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Gazuki.
Right.
Gazuki got hands.
Okay. You say so. But all I'm saying is this. The way Jada was moving, if she wanted a dude, she would point that dude out and her circle would let that dude in. Legit. Like the circle would open up, dude would come in the circle. She was moving like that back then. Right? So I know for a fact she was racking up dudes. You want to talk about body counts? Her body counts legendary, guaranteed.
There you go.
And that's something Will should have asked when they was on the red table talk. What's your body count?
Well, nah, he went in there knowing it. I mean, look, dude, should he have dropped her? Now, okay, if he really believed in his marriage, first of all, everybody makes mistakes, right? Everybody screws up. And
we gonna end on this because this is where you and I differ. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if she wouldn't have let the stuff be public and they were able to handle that shit now, okay, maybe they could have worked through it. The point where it was over was when she let the shit the shit went public, right? Like, she did this thing. Okay. If I was in his situation at that point and my wife and, we've been through this issue, the comments would have been no comment. This is between me and my wife. This is our family. I ain't talking to you about it. Now, no doubt, that's real. The black, that's real. And, but when she brought him on that show and made that man sit there and listen to her talk about her affair with their son's friend, there ain't no coming back from that. Like, first of all, the fact that she even invited him to come on that show shows the lack of respect she has for that man. Absolutely none.
And saying, what's up? Welcome, brother. Good to see you. You caught us, and we're in the last 10, 12 minutes or so. But that was a good point right there. That's a good point. Thanks for coming, brother. Really salute to you. I really appreciate it. So listen, let's talk about that part right there.
What part?
The vows. Yeah. The commitment part, right? Because I know your stance on that.
Yeah.
Like you really believe you were committed to your vows. So don't and correct me if I'm wrong. It's your position that once you take those vows, that you should do everything to uphold those vows, right? I'm talking about being married.
Yes.
So with Jada doing what she's doing, Will should not leave her. Talking about from the very beginning. Once Will was aware of what she did, because he took those vows, he should not leave her. Or what does it take?
Oh, I just said that. Okay. Like I said, the point, well, first of all, the vows only work if two people believe. That's number one. Okay. And two, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? And if she made a mistake and they were working through it, the world got, they're famous, so the world got a hold of it, right? When they were asked about it, it should have been like no comment, or that's between me and my family. We're working it out. Both of them. That's between me and my husband, me and my wife. We're working it out. The point where the vows were lost to me, I mean, they were lost with the affairs and shit, that kind of stuff. But the point that there was no return was not when he did the show, but when she asked him, hey, let's come on the show and talk about my affair with our son's friend. That right there, any respect that could have been regained or anything that could have been repaired amongst them was gone, because she had no respect for him at that point.
And at that point, then it's okay to say, all right, it's over.
It's done at that point. I mean, because both parties are no longer, you know what I'm saying? Both parties are no longer there.
Okay. Because you know how I roll.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, fuck that. My thing is love me enough to don't get caught. That's my thing.
Well, of course.
I'm not looking. But once I find out, like the minute I saw it in the news and I checked Jada and I could see that it was true without her saying a word, get out.
But see, my thing is nobody's perfect. Okay. Nobody's perfect. And everybody does stupid things, but it's when you purposely put it in your face. Okay. When you purposely, like basically she had an affair, right? Dude got wind of it. All right. You know what? I can't believe you did this shit. I'm mad at you, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. You can still work stuff out at that point. All right. You can still work stuff out. But when there's a point where the lack of respect is so much that not only did I cheat on you, I cheated on you with our son's friend. Then I had you come on my talk show, and tell the world why I'm not wrong.
Right. It's so fucking egregious. And I told you about the other 59, 69 dudes I done smashed. All them penises that been in my mouth.
Bro, she had that man on the show talking about, well, tell them why I did it. Well, I wasn't there for you.
And that's what Andrew Tate was saying. I only showed that quick little clip, but when you watch his breakdown of the red tape, it was absolutely amazing.
Bro, it was. And I ain't never seen. I mean, bro, that is the ultimate disrespect. Look, a woman can sleep with another man, right? And it hurts. Okay, it hurts. And as a man, you could be like, damn, I mean, you'll start looking at yourself. I mean, I would like, damn, what did I do how did this happen? Like, what did I, is she a hoe? I mean, but the fact that she came out and put it on blast and made him sit there and apologize for him making her feel a certain way so that she could go out and do that.
How dare you make my whole ass feel like a hoe?
Bruh, you bang a chick and you got herpes and she gets herpes, you tell her it's your fault. Right. And that's what she did. Well, yeah,
that's big,
but you made me cheat.
Yeah, that's big pimping right there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's big pimping.
Bro, the pimp, the red pill man, is that what it is? Is Jada.
She red pill for real.
She made him go on a show and apologize to her for her having an affair with her son's friend.
Yo, she held her frame. She held her frame, fellas. Y'all see that? That's a good point. She held her frame.
Jada's a boss.
Boss.
And then sent that fool up on the stage. You know what? Go handle that. And like I said, you know what? We'll go ahead and smack him up. I'll let you be the man tonight.
I'll let it happen tonight.
Think about
I'll let it happen. And that's what, like, and shout out to Myron Gaines. What does he say all the time? It's not hard to please a man, right? All you got to do is not embarrass me and make me a sandwich, right? It's a couple other things, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Don't embarrass me. You can't get more embarrassed than that right there.
Man, I tell people, man, life is so simple. Like to me, marriage is simple. People be putting so much into this. Know what you got to do? Know what a marriage is, bro? A marriage is you got someone there that when you are at your weakest, at your worst, will be there for you. And let me give you an example. I think I told you this before. When you come home and you got the flu and you shitting on yourself and you throwing up at the same time, marriage is you got someone there that's going to say, you know, baby, I got that. You go ahead and get in the bed. I'll clean that up. I'll wash you. That's what marriage is, man. It's literally that simple. Someone that cares about you that much that they will do all that. And I say that because your girlfriend ain't going to do that.
No.
Call me when you feel better. You know what I'm saying? Your boys ain't going to do that.
Oh, hell no.
Your boys
I might hose you down if we go on a war or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not cleaning up shit. That'll be here when you wake up.
But I mean, it's literally that simple. Like you said, don't embarrass me, make me a sandwich. There you go, no doubt. And but Jada, she broke that rule. Like dude, Sylvester Stallone's wife ain't doing that. Arnold Schwarzenegger had the maid in the house, got the maid pregnant, and had the maid bringing the kid to the house for years. Maria Shriver didn't do that.
Yeah,
she didn't go out there and embarrass them.
Yeah, he held his frame, and that's the thing. A lot of guys in that red pill space. So I mean, we're down to the last 5 minutes. We definitely got to wrap this up. But I'll tell you this, bro. We're gonna have to get back on here, and we're gonna do a proper red pill talk versus blue pill versus black pill, whatever. I'm gonna break down the different pills for you, and give our own perspectives on that.
What I guess I'm purple pill.
I don't know what the fuck you are, bro.
You know what it is?
I'm gonna tell you 100. You red pill, you an alpha, man. You are a red pill. It's just your own version of it.
I'm a red pill, but I love my wife.
You're unplugged. There's nothing wrong with loving your wife. And the red pill community preaches that. They're not saying to run away from women. Men or women are better to get together than apart, right? Fresh and Fit says that. Andrew Tate says that. Rollo Tomasi is married. I mean, you happily married. It's better together than apart. It's just some people get lost in the translations, man. And I see this, and it's kind of sad because I talked to a couple guys who just be so hardcore with it. I'm like, bro, relax. You know what I mean? How you gonna get this girl like that, man? That's not even you. Because once you get her, you're gonna get soft again, and then she gone.
Yep.
Right? You gotta be you 100 up front.
Hey, you know my thing. I always say all the time, man. You know, women want Ralph Tresvant. You know, they want that sensitive man. They want that loving. But 2:00 in the morning when the window breaks, they be like, Bobby.
Right. They want Bobby Brown crazy ass up in there.
Telling you.
And that's real talk,
man.
So we'll definitely get on that, man. We'll we'll do a break, not like we'll have a discussion, and then we're gonna invite some people, man. I see y'all, man. I'm gonna have to do like Suzette and drop a link in there and let a couple people join the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But not this time because we got like 3.5 minutes left. I'm just trying to show all of these chats that are coming in, and I really appreciate it, y'all. Thank you, brothers.
Wow. You got Will's face on your Facebook profile? Oh, in 2010. Oh, okay. I appreciate that, y'all. I mean, I really do. I really do appreciate it. We trying to build something, and y'all gonna be like my crew, man. Like this is the people in here now, and we only got a 250 something subs, and we in here doing these little things. Y'all the people gonna be rocking with me. You know what I mean? Like when we get to those big numbers, I'm always gonna be like, "What's up?" You know what I mean? Because y'all here from the beginning. Hey, you gonna put the video up of the fish eating the skin off my feet? I did that in Vegas.
Like I said, y'all rocking with me. You know what I mean? Y'all the man. I ain't saying nothing to him. I ain't saying nothing to him right now because you know what? We were in danger together, so I ain't gonna trip. Red pill means promote marriage. Hey, bro, it does. It really does. Red pill means being man. Red pill means be a gentleman. And I want to next time we're gonna pick that up.
Respect. Not insane. Hashtag 45 or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Number 45.
Hey, that's real right there. Like
that is red pill. To me, red pill is being aware. We're down to 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You know what that is, bro.
I mean, that means I gotta pull them straps out because they done creeped up.
2 minutes. That's a jump command inside the bird. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That means it's about to happen. Next command, 30 seconds, and after that is go. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll do a show when we're just talking military stuff, man.
That's the best explanation I think I've heard.
Which one?
Awareness is understanding women nature, and what you do with it is up to you.
Absolutely.
I think that's the best explanation that I've heard right there.
Absolutely. That's what it is. So look, fellas, thanks again. 100. Y'all rocking with me. I'm here. I'm here for y'all. Y'all know how to get a hold of me, man. Don't be shy, man. Hit me up. If y'all in that Fresh and Fit Patreon, man, like that Telegram or whatever, hit me up on that. If I can help you out, I will. You know how I get down. You know what I mean? Thanks for being here. Thanks for rocking with us in the middle of the night with no notice. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got my shit together. I'm working on it. But you never know when I'm going to post, man. So you just got to be out there waiting for it, man. Stay on your tippy toes. And shout out to my man, JSwans. You know what I mean? That's for you. Shout out to you, brother, just for being you.
Hold on. Why you going to put the sound effect of the little kids on the playground?
Because that's my favorite one. I don't like this one.
That's creepy, man.
I don't like this one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's more adult. That's creepy.
30 seconds, bro. 30 seconds. No doubt. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I was trying to show everything. We out of here, man. I'm DL Saint. That's JSwans. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Remember, airborne all the way.
Go.
Peace, y'all.
Go.
Go. That's it. Green light, baby. Go.